before Prime, before Shedeur was their quarterback, they averaged 386,000 viewers, which sucked. The Rocky Mountain Showdown, which is their rivalry, was one of the least watched rivalries in the history of college football. Nobody gave a damn. They averaged about 31,000 fans a year, didn't play on TV, and they hadn't had a first-round pick since 2011, which was Nate Solder and Jimmy Smith, right? Think about that. From the COVID year, there was 3-9, 4-8, 1-11. Nobody gave a damn, irrelevant as hell, just to be quite honest. Nobody cared about Colorado, right? Again, get out of Alabama mode. Get out of Oklahoma mode, get out of Auburn mode, stay in Colorado. Imagine this is Vanderbilt. It'll probably make you cheer then, right? Think about what I'm saying. This is Colorado. Stay right here with me. Get out of Alabama expectation. Go over to Colorado, right? This is a team that hadn't done anything. Money gone. Football team sucks. They're talking about Cordell Stewart. Cordell Stewart never threw for over 2,300 yards and 12 touchdowns. Look it up. 3 seasons, right?
Nope.
So you can talk about pass happy. In that case, you telling me AJ McCarron sucks. He got 3 championships. Bryce threw for just about 2 times as many yards he did. Does that make Bryce 3 times better than AJ? Talent-wise, maybe. What about championship-wise? Not even close. Not even close. What's better? Wins, losses, championship, talent. What we arguing about? Again, after Prime, after Shedeur. After Shedeur, they average 4.5 million viewers every Saturday. And just for those that don't know, that's more than Auburn. That's more than Tennessee. That's more than LSU. That's more. And guess what? Guess what? This Rocky Mountain Showdown that nobody cared about averaged 9.3 million viewers. That's more than your little Iron Bowl even averaged, right? So what they're telling you is more people watched Colorado play in that game than they watched Alabama and Auburn. You know what I mean? This is the truth, what I'm giving you. So you can talk about wins and losses all y'all want. This boy got his jersey retired for far more than that. Far more than that, right? Colorado has had a record sellout ever since Sanders has set foot on that campus. That means booties in the seats. That means money. Every jersey sale, every ticket sale, and that's the first time this has happened in program history. In program history, let me say that again. They hadn't had a Heisman Trophy or a quarterback to do anything since Rashawn Salam, running back in 1994, maybe.
Yeah, 94.
You know what I'm saying? Not only did Shedeur, yeah, right. So understand 3-9, 4-8, 1-11. First year he comes in, he goes 4-8. They're the 4th most watched team in college football behind Alabama, Georgia, and Ohio State. Next season, which is this past year, he flipped it around with 9-3 in regular season, 9-4 overall. Their bowl game against BYU, 8 million people watched that. Contrary to what you think, Shedeur has already won. Shedeur has already won. Colorado hadn't had a first-round pick in 14 years. Well, they're about to have 2 of them probably come April. So you want to say wins and losses? I'm with you on that, right? But Shedeur's worth to Colorado is way more than wins and losses. I can assure you the happiest man on the planet is their athletic director. He's happy. He's more happy than Auburn's athletic director. He's more happy than Alabama's athletic director. He's more happy than Tennessee. He definitely more happy than Tennessee's athletic director. You know what I'm saying? So they were the most watched team. They were the most watched team in the Big 12, right? This kid is the single season passing leader in 2 seasons, ever in the history of their school. Let me say that again. Ever in the history of their school. See, you hold wins and losses against who you want to hold them against. You hold that against, because I can give you several quarterbacks whose wins and loss records suck, but y'all talk about how great they are, right? And I'm going to end it with this. Imagine if this was Vanderbilt and some weirdo coach came in and made Vanderbilt 9-4 team, made Vanderbilt the most watched team. Vanderbilt was more watched than Alabama was. Imagine that. Imagine if Vanderbilt was so popular. Imagine if their rivalry against Tennessee was more watched than the Iron Bowl. You know what you people would do? You would put a statue of that coach up. You would. You would. But see, this is Deion Sanders and his son, so you're not going to do it. You're going to hold everything against them that you possibly can. This kid, and here's one last stat for you. Bryce Young's best year, his Heisman year, he was 4,300 yards, a little over 4,300 yards, 43 touchdowns, and 4 interceptions. Shedeur was 4,100 yards, 37 touchdowns, and 10 interceptions, right? So if the quarterback is a stat award, if the Heisman is a quarterback stat award, please stop hating on that kid. Please stop hating, because it's a lot of you that's contradicting yourselves. I've had arguments back and forth on Twitter with people that had this same argument the other way on other people, but you want to hold that against Shedeur by his wins and loss. It's Colorado. It's Colorado.
Coach,
they're winning now more than they have in over a decade.